back.
Excuse me, ma'am. I just wanted to...
Stay back.
Huh?
Patients aren't allowed in the nurse's station.
Well, I just wanted to turn...
When you're outside, we'll discuss whatever problem you have, okay? The patients are not allowed in the nurse's station. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Billy?
Let me get in here. Real hard on. Thank you. Excuse me, miss. Do you think it might be possible to turn that music down so maybe a couple of the boys could talk?
That music is for everyone, Mr. McMurphy.
Yeah, I know, but you think we might ease it down a little bit so maybe the boys didn't have to shout? Huh?
What you probably don't realize is that we have a lot of old men on this ward who couldn't hear the music if we turned it lower. That music is all they have. Your hand is staining my window.
Sorry, ma'am.
All right.
Sorry.
Mr. McMurphy,
Huh?
your medication.
What's in the horse pill?
It's just medicine. It's good for you.
Yeah, but I don't like the idea of taking something if I don't know what it is.
Don't get upset, Mr. McMurphy.
I'm not getting upset, Miss Pilbo. It's just that I don't want anyone to try and slip me saltpeter. Know what I mean?
It's all right, Nurse Pilbo. If Mr. McMurphy doesn't want to take his medication orally, I'm sure we can arrange that he can have it some other way. But I don't think you'd like it, Mr. McMurphy.
You'd like it, wouldn't you?
Well,
Not give it to me.
Good. Very good.
Yummy.
Mr. Harding.
Oh. Merci.
Here's Johnny! I'm coming down!
Come and play with us.
In the quiet town of Eastwick, where nothing ever changes, three beautiful women are about to discover powers they never dreamed they had.
Who should we be looking for?
He should be really handsome.
Nice eyes.
Now, the man of their dreams is here
Jane, at last we meet.
to stay for a spell.
Who are you?
Just your average, horny little devil.
With the Witches of Eastwick.
We could do things you haven't any idea.
You know what's going on up in that house?
She says she sees the devil here in Eastwick. If you were the devil, would you come to Eastwick?
Oh, I don't know.
Are you going to seduce me too?
Women, a mistake? Or did he do it to us on purpose?
Jack Nicholson, Cher, Susan Sarandon, Michelle Pfeiffer. The Witches of Eastwick.
Hocus pocus.
Vicky Vale.
Bruce Wayne.
And what do you do for a living?
Lieutenant, is there a 6-foot bat in Gotham City?
Nice outfit.
You look fine.
I didn't ask. I have given a name to my pain.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
Where does he get those wonderful toys?
My life is really complex.
Winged freak terrorizes. Wait till they get a load of me.
Forward area? No, sir. Ever put your life in another man's hands? Asked him to put his life in yours? No, sir. We follow orders, son. We follow orders or people die. It's that simple. Are we clear? Yes, sir. Are we clear? Crystal.
All those having business with this general court-martial, stand forward and you shall be heard.
The facts of the case are these. On midnight of September 6th, the accused entered the barracks room of their platoon mate. They woke him up, tied his arms and legs with tape, and forced a rag into his throat. A few minutes later, a chemical reaction caused his lungs to begin bleeding. He drowned in his own blood and was pronounced dead at 37 minutes past midnight.
You think Santiago was murdered?
Private Santiago is dead, and that is a tragedy. But he is dead because he had no code. He is dead because he had no honor. And God was watching.
How do you feel about that theory?
Sounds good to me.
I'll knock it all down to involuntary manslaughter.
No deal. We're going to court.
No, you're not.
Why not?
Because you'll lose.
You want to investigate me? Roll the dice and take your chances. I eat breakfast 300 yards from 4,000 Cubans who are trained to kill me. So don't think for 1 second you can come down here, flash a badge, and make me nervous.
Your men follow orders or people die.
You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
Son, we live in a world that has walls, and those walls have to be guarded by men with guns. Who's gonna do it? You?
That if this case is handled in the same fast food, slick-ass Persian bazaar manner with which you seem to handle everything else, then something's gonna get missed.
In the heart of the nation's capital, in a courthouse of the United States government, one man will stop at nothing to keep his honor, and one will stop at nothing to find the truth.
I just don't want to fight anymore.
When do we fight?
I always think of us as fighting.
That's because you're never satisfied with me.
In 1983, America embraced a special motion picture about life and loss. This Christmas, Paramount Pictures proudly presents
Duck Madagascar. I've eaten.
a new chapter in the story of a family
I should just be grateful you went to class for a change.
I'm gonna quit.
coming to terms.
Boy, if your mother had lived, she would be so horrified at the way you turned out.
If my mother had lived, I wouldn't have turned out this way.
A story about the people in our lives.
We are your family. You're stuck with us, whether you like it or not.
Why do you do this to yourself, Granny? Tommy's never gonna change.
Teddy, you're never gonna change. Tommy has to change.
Well, you can love them, but you can't live their lives.
Neither can they. Not properly.
It's about the ones who come and go.
The good ones come and go several times. As you go home and you rethink your clothing.
The ones we can't get rid of.
Surprise!
Don't want to ruin her evening, just her life.
Tramp. Patsy is family. I love Patsy. This is for Patsy.
And the ones who live with us forever.
Once upon a time, we were a family.
What was it like?
I remember laughs and hugs. Lots of hugs. Mom was big on hugs.
Ever since their mother died, I have done nothing but be there to help them. I need to be selfish.
Yes.
Selfish in the good sense.
This is a date.
Maybe it's not a date in the sense that we're on our way to sleeping together.
Why is that such a preposterous idea? Let's discuss that.
Bill Paxton,
There is something very wrong with you.
Juliette Lewis,
I'll give you my phone number. If you promise me you'll never, ever use it.
Miranda Richardson,
At least my kids didn't go to prison to escape me.
and in the roles that won them Academy Awards, Shirley MacLaine and Jack Nicholson.
I'm looking for the love of my life.
Not that many more shopping days till Christmas.
From the best-selling novel, The Evening Star.
Body of a young girl has just been found.
She was a second grader. I guess that put her about 7.5, 8.
Who did this?
We intend to find out.
Do you promise me that you will?
Yes, Mrs. Larson, I promise.
Jerry, for Christ's sake, you're retiring.
Well, I'm trying to fit all the pieces together, fill in the gaps. You did have a daughter that went missing 3 years ago, didn't you?
Thought you were supposed to be fishing.
Need more time on this.
No offense, but you're retired. You don't work here anymore. Jimmy drew a picture of a giant.
She called him the wizard. He was as big as a mountain.
I have reason to believe that she was meeting with this man seen here, and you see this big black car?
Come on, Jerry. You gotta start getting on with your life.
I made a promise, Eric. You're old enough to remember when that meant something. Beautiful little girl.
Oh, thank you. She'll be 8 next month.
Humor me, Doc. I need to know who I'm looking for.
You could expect another incident within a matter of months.
I think it might be best if you and the girl stayed out here with me for a while. I want you to promise me something. If anybody tries to talk to you, I want you to tell me. Oh.
Do you promise me that you...
I promise.
I met the wizard today.
There's no wizard, Jerry.
You don't know what you are dealing with here.
Where's Chrissy?
This guy is real, and I know it.
Chrissy! Chrissy!
I made a promise. I intend to keep it. My name is Warren R. Schmidt. I am 66 years old and recently retired. Helen and I have been married 42 years.
Don't dilly-dally.
Lately, I find myself asking the same question. Who is this old woman who lives in my house? But then there's Jeannie. She's our only. Recently, she got engaged. I think she could have done a heck of a lot better.
It's not a pyramid scheme. A lot of people think it's a pyramid scheme, but it's not.
People used to raise their eyebrows because I breastfed him until he was almost 5, and I say, well, you just look at the results.
My father didn't think so much of you at first.
Jeannie, I'm on my way out to see you.
You're coming now?
Don't tell me you couldn't use a little extra help with all those wedding arrangements.
Life is short, and I can't afford to waste another minute.
Do you have any pictures of your daughter in your wallet?
No, I might have one of George Washington.
Warren.
I hope I'm not intruding.
As father of the groom, I'd like to welcome our guest.
Can't we just enjoy our food?
I just wanted to acknowledge that we're gathered together as a family for the very first time.
I know what I want, and I know what I've got to do.
What's up?
You're making a big mistake. I mean, look at these people.
All of a sudden, you're taking an interest in what I do?
I know we're all pretty small in the big scheme of things, and I suppose the most you can hope for is to make some kind of difference. But what kind of difference have I made?
Warren, what is the matter?
I'm okay.
It still seems pretty weird for this to be happening today.
I have these left over from my hysterectomy. They've expired, but I think it's okay.
Mr. Schmidt will have a seat right there. All right? Mr. Schmidt? Mr. Schmidt?
When I was your age, they would say we could become cops or criminals. When you're facing a loaded gun, what's the difference?
This is not the regular police. This is the state police.
We are an elite unit.
This is who we're after.
Frank Costello.
You won't be paid as a regular cop, but there's a bonus involved.
So what do I do?
You will not ever know the identity of undercover people.
You have anyone in with Costello presently?
Maybe.
Do you know who I am?
Maybe not.
I'm gonna have my associates search you.
That was quick. Think he's dead already?
I think we could work something out.
We are all convinced that Costello has at least one mole inside the Special Investigations Unit.
There are parts of my job I can't talk to you about.
Man, you are trouble.
You don't know the half of it.
You better get organized, quick.
Hey, last time I checked, I tipped you off, and you're not in jail.
Getting the feeling we got a cop in my crew.
Sooner or later, he's gonna find out who I am, and he's gonna kill me.
Calm down. We're the only two people on the face of this earth that even know you're a cop.
I can get the rap. You just gotta let me do it my way.
If you don't, it won't be me who pays for it.
You're lying to me.
There are things you don't want to know about.
What are you waiting for, honestly? I mean, do you want him to chop me up and feed me to the poor? Is that what you guys want?